So hello, welcome to issue 3 of the Warhammer Stormbringer. In this episode we're going to be doing 5 Stormcast Vindicators. We're only going to build them, we're not painting yet. So hello there, this is issue 3. Now I am trying some different camera angles today, so we'll see how it goes. If this is successful, we'll stick with it. If it's not successful, then we'll try something different. So I have my figures, let me just move my camera up. I have my figures here from previous issues. I'm just keeping them out ready. I am looking at investing in a case, which I'll make a little video about. Some people will buy perhaps a non-Games Workshop case. I'm going to go for the Games Workshop one because it will fit. It has this system where you can fit any size models in. It's a bit generic, but it works well. So let's look at what we've got with the magazine. So first of all, we have got, and I struggle with picking these up, we have 5 bases. So looking just at the size of the base, we know that these models are going to be equivalent to about this in the kind of stature. And this is our previous Stormcast that we got in issue 1. That's the same base. The figures we got in the last one, they're much bigger. So these are much tougher than models with a 30mm base, because this is a 40mm. Now we've got, I'm going to call this 3 sprues, but it's kind of 2. We may have to come back to that. So let's have a flick through the magazine. So issue 3, as you can see, 5 Stormcast Vindicators, enter the realm of beasts, your biggest battle yet. Well, it's going to be my biggest battle yet. It's going to be in every single one, isn't it? Because it introduces new rules. I have filed the previous issues, and I don't really know, they come out different orders, but it's starting to build up now just after 2 issues. So there's my build guides, there's my painting guide, which is very small because we haven't done anything, and there's my little rule book building up. It's quite a few pages already, so yeah, that's looking quite good. I've also checked on the free gifts and various things that you get. I've lost the web page now. I do apologise, I've just fed my cat salmon, and it obviously has some kind of superpowers because they're just racing around the house. So if you see them, if you hear them, that's the reason why. There's a story behind why I give them salmon and not cat food. Right, so when we subscribe, we get issue 1 for $2.99. Our first delivery is two magazines. So I might just grab a piece of paper just so I can keep track of this. And I'll try to introduce the free gifts as they would have actually come in. So pack 1 is 1 and 2, which is the previous pack, and you get nothing with that first delivery. Pack 2 is 3, 4, 5 and 6, which includes this one, and that includes the modelling kit, which is this. So we can officially use this now, really. Pack 3 is 7, 8, 9 and 10. Pack 4 is 11, 12, 13 and 14. Pack 5 is 15, 16, 17, 18. That's where I'm actually up to as we speak. Now the third delivery, pack 2, is the modelling kit. The third delivery we got the binders and dividers. So this doesn't officially exist yet because this is the third delivery. We're still doing the second delivery. The fourth delivery we get the mug, which mine has come and it's broken, but I'm not going to worry about it. Pack 6 is going to be 19, 20, 21, 22, and that comes with a paintbrush set, which looks quite nice actually. It comes with a dry brush, a base brush, and a medium shade brush, but I've not received that yet. Pack 7, 23, 24, 25, 26. That will come with a Gut Ripper Boss miniature. So I'll do that as a separate video. And then in addition to that, I've got premium. Now with issue 15, we got Krondis. Beautiful figure. I'm actually going to do that as an issue between issue and 18 and 19, so it will delay the packs. And then issue 33 we get Gordrak, Fist of Gork. That comes with issue 33, so I'll do that after 78, 9, 30, 34. So I'll do that after issue 34, 38, 42, 46, 50. Right, so with 51 we get Grunstock, Gun Haulier, and that comes with 51 to 54. So I will do that with after issue 54, and then 58, 62, 66, 70. So 67 to 70 I get Dankhold Tragoth. So I will do that with issue 70. How does that sound, guys? So I can now introduce the gifts as they legitimately come. Right, so let's have a flick through the magazine. So we have Realm of Beasts. I do like the beasts. I've always been into the big models. And then we've got an article here, monsters. So there's a couple of monsters there. Bit more about the Stormcast Eternals. I'm noticing that these seem to be coming out in a funny order. Stormcast Eternals 9. Now if we look at the two magazines that we've already got previously, the collection that we've built up is where are they? Right, so we've got Stormcast Eternals 1, Stormcast Eternals 8, and then this will go in after. So I presume we're going to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 at some point. Maybe they're the lesser, because obviously we are doing Vindicators today, so we can get a chance to read about the models that we're making. We've also got a Prime Origin, which we roll with a dice. So if we roll from a 4, for example, this Vindicator Prime was once a warrior priest assigned to guard one of Sigmar's locked storm vaults and the dark treasures within, and the name is Selene. So yeah, a little bit more. So last week we had naming Oryx. We have a chart today for naming the Stormcasts, and there are surnames and unit names. Then we've got how to build, and there should be 5 sections. There's actually 6. We've got base decorations. That's interesting. Use the little rocks found on the sprue and shown below to fill the spare hole on each. So what I'll do then is I will build right, so one, I'll do one full on camera. The Storm Spears, there's 5 different ones actually, but the 4 I'll do. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll do the next 4 as a speeded up thing, then I'll do it again. We'll do the decoration, and we will do the shields. The heavy shields used by Vindicators each bear a sigil that looks like the face of the god King Sigmar. Okay, the shields, I see. So it looks like the shields are all done separately, so you can mix and match the shields. Yeah. Oh no, this shield is actually numbered 21. Right, so they are their individual shields. Okay, so now we've got some more rules, how to use, or the basics. Basics part 3, how to use war scrolls. And then we've got more playthrough. More playthrough. And then we've got the little, always seem to have the subscription offer. And next issue we will have 4 paints and a brush. I've looked at those, they're fine. And then issue 5 is a Praetor Prime Stormcast Reforged. Now that looks a single model. Now what I'm interested to know, next week we've got paint, so we're going to be painting all of our models. So it's going to be quite a hefty episode. This one, will we build him and paint him? Because we've got the we'll have the paints. So yeah, that will be quite an interesting one. So I know most of you are here probably for the model, so let's have a little play. Now what I did last time, I kind of got into a bit of a system, and I cut all the pieces out for the whole model. So in this one I'm going to cut 16, 18, 14, 13, place them there, then I'll place 15 there, and then 19, and then 20 and 21. You can't see that bit off camera. Yeah, so I'll place them all, and then I will build it all in one go. So let's start with it's the first couple are really hard to find because you got to find where the numbers are, and once you've found where the numbers are, so once you've cut a few off, obviously there's less models to look at. And I'm sure I did something as well. But if you have a look at the piece, you can see roughly what it's going to look like. So I can see there 16 looks a bit like a head. So we look at just skimming, looking at the head shape pieces. And here's number 16. And then 13 and 14 look like legs. So we're looking for pieces that look leg-like. And there we go. So that's the first stage. 15 looks a bit like a body, so there's the body. What I mean by that is I haven't just picked any body. 15. So 19 is a spear. So look, there's a spear. That's not 19. These don't look like spears. That one is 19. So, and then obviously what's going to happen is as we build more of them, more of the sprue is going to disappear, and it will be a lot simpler to find. Right, so there's 19. Are we still in camera? And then 20 is an arm. That looks like an arm, and that is the one. So there we go. And 21 is a shield. That's a big shield. It's a very nice shield too. Now I found with these trimmers not a lot of cleanup is required. These are very good. I mean, they're very new, so obviously that's going to help. So there wasn't much cleanup to do. Where there were issues with just certain things didn't fit. So these aren't going to look absolutely perfect when I finish them. You see that big split down the back there. Now, I could take that a step further. I could use filler. I mean, I would normally probably glue them in. But like I said before, I'm just doing this as per the magazine. This is aimed at older children. Because of rules on YouTube, I'm going to state that I believe this is round about the age 8 upwards. However, it's not suitable for children under 12, but I personally am going to say I recommend this is for age 14 upwards. That then covers me with the copper rules. Although I do understand the copper rules now, it's not the fact that you can have someone under 14 watching. It's if your video is made exclusively for under 14s. As you know, my channel is aimed more at adults. It's basically adult toys. Obviously I'm recommending this for 14 upwards. It just helps my channel a little bit better, but the magazine actually states 12 upwards. But that's not getting anything fixed, so let's get this assembled. And just like all the other models, these are all going in with tabs. Now, one thing I will say, we're building and painting these. Absolutely no problems with these. I personally would be looking at sub-assemblies. What I'm tempted to do, that doesn't want to go in there. What I'm tempted to do is pop down to Games Workshop store and buy some kits. Right, it would help if I put that in the right way round. That's why it didn't fit. Right, so I'm tempted to go and buy some models and then build them as I would build them to show you the difference, and then I can do sub-assemblies. Having said that, you're not going to see it for quite a few weeks, but the first premium model has come, and I think that that's going to be a different build. Right, the 2 legs are going in now, and again there's 2 pegs, a peg and a hole, sorry, and I can't work out how this is going to go. Okay, they aren't designed to go all the way together. Right, that's quite clever. There's a couple of little holes there that you won't see, and there's a couple of little tabs in there, tiny tabs. See, I would be tempted to glue that. Right, so piece number 15 is going to hold those together. I think the easiest way is to just pop the 15 on just a little bit, like so, and then we can slip the legs in there and then push the body on a little bit better. Oh, this is very difficult. There we go. Right, we'll slip the legs in there, and then I think this might need gluing. There we go. Right, Cat's just jumped up on my lap. I hope she's grateful that I've just given her fish. Right, come on, Mrs. Spirit. Spirit by name, spirit by nature. Right. Now, I'm looking at these thinking, ha ha ha, I've got the legs too far down. That's why it's not a good fit. There we go. That's a much better fit. It's still quite gappy, and yes, there's a tiny tab that I missed out, and now that goes in a little bit better, and there's a gap there. See, if I had a knife I would adjust that, no problems. But that's gone in a lot better now. So if you just miss the little tabs, and they're very easy to miss, it does affect the build quality. Right, I think I'm just going to take that apart and start it again. No, I'm not. Right, we have a kitten again, and I'm going to see how she gets on. Sometimes she just settles. Right, let's get my little sprue mould line remover, and I'm just going to prise that open. I think we might want to start again. Right. I've only put that in half because of the way the legs go. I think I might have the legs positioned wrong. Right, okay. Yes. So the problem all along is just these little tiny bits of sprue nubs. I call them sprue nubs. They're just small pieces that stick out. I'll probably be best with my mould line remover. I find the new models, you don't really need the mould line remover too much. Mould line remover is really for older models where the moulds have just become a little bit worn, and you don't tend to get many defects in the moulds. As they get older, there's more defects with the moulds, and as a result there's more mould lines. It's not, there was a debate, is it right that we should have to do these clean-up jobs? We pay so much money for models, shouldn't they be perfect? But then there's another argument to say, well, no, actually all this cleanup is part of the fun. So not really sure where I sit on that. I do agree that if you pay a lot of money for models, they should be near perfect. Right. Not quite sure how that's going to go in. That doesn't look like it matches the model, but the shoulder matches quite well. You see, it looks like that's supposed to go down, and I think that's okay. Right, now I'm putting the arm on first, but I don't know if it might be better to put the shield on first, or if I wait till last. Yeah, I'm going to take that arm off and I'm going to put the shield on. That's quite cleverly done. That works rather well. Now at the moment that shield is on firm, but I can pull it off quite easily, and I'm going to leave it like that for the simple reason that if I decide to change my mind over it. Right, so this is the model. Now obviously what they've done is they've used these standard bases. That really needs to be glued down to that base because there's a little bit of stonework there. So what we're going to do, I'll skip to this now because I now understand what they're saying. At the end they say you've got pieces number 48, and there should be 5 piece number 48s, which I cannot find. 41, 45, 51. See, they've scattered all the pieces all over the 3 sprues. I can't find them. Where is 48? I think it's going to be on this sprue because of the numbers. Look, 50, 50. I don't think they exist, guys. 50. Do you know what? I think they're actually these pieces. They are. So they're labelled. In the magazine it says it's labelled 48. Look, I'll show you this. It says pieces there 48. But they're actually labelled 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. So I'm going to take a random piece off, which in this case is 54. And I'm wondering if, yeah. So I'm going to take this off the base again. And I'm going to place this, that's just like a little rock. Can you see that it's so much easier to put that in now? So work out which hole you're going to need for the model. Oh, that's okay. These are actually shaped, so there's only one of 5 ways you can get this in. There we go, that's gone in. So it's just a little bit of decoration, and once that's painted up, that will look quite nice. There we go, so that's the first one done. So what I'll do is I will get on with the other 4, and I think I'll split these into 2. So how did you find with the actual camera? Did that work okay? That, do you know what? Look, I've missed another piece. See, you can't always notice it until you assemble it, and suddenly it sticks out like a sore thumb. We're going to get a focus out of that. So that's a lot better. That'll look even nicer once it's painted. Let's get the malt seam line. See, I said that these new models, you don't really need a seam line remover, and here I am using the seam line remover. Right, okay, so that's one done. So as I say, what I'll do is I'll split these into 2. I'll do them speeded up, and then I will see you at the end of the video, guys. Okay, they were actually quite difficult to put together. However, we now have 5 nice models. Look forward to painting those. And there's this one. This one might be my favourite. This is a standard bearer. Now, it's been a long time since I played Age of Sigmar, but in the old Warhammer, you used to get bonuses for having a banner. He would be a little bit more expensive, he'd be a little bit tougher on the field, but because he's got that flag waving high, kind of gives a bit of a morale boost to the entire army, and he would have things that would reflect that. Right, spare parts, quite a lot. It doesn't say anything in the magazine about the spare parts, but I've got a couple of heads, a bit of body, an arm, another arm, a shield, and a spare, another spare, a shield, 2 heads, another spear, another head, another arm. So, oh, and there's another head. So either these come from a pack where you can, like, you buy the box and you make them, and you get choices and spares and things, or there's a model there that they're not telling us about, saying that there's only half a body between them, so they're obviously alternative heads. This arm, I can't see how that would go in anywhere, so I don't know, maybe they're just little odd pieces, but we can use those for battle fodder. So next week we know we are getting some paint, so let us finish the model with a lined up for battle grey army. So let's arrange these in some kind of, try and get as much in as I can. Let's bring them out. Does that work? That doesn't work, does it? So the reason I'm arranging this like this is because next time we do a video, we're going to be painting these. Now, I personally think these look alright, but when we paint them, they're going to look so much better. So there we go guys. That is issue 3. That's issue 1. That and that is issue 1, and that's issue 2. So yeah, tell me what you think the outcome would be on these. These look stronger models, these look more numerous, and he looks a bit tough himself. So guys, I'll see you in the next episode, where we will get not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 pots of paint. Take care guys, bye bye.